Hello everybody, this is Zombie for Zombie Tactical Training, and today we got a video out of Sacramento, California. It is an officer-involved shooting, and we're going to talk about locating an active shooter, shooting on the move, and follow-up actions after a shooting. So let's go ahead and take a look at this video.
Hey, what's going on? Whatever's going on, nobody's telling me. Who is? Which guy? Where's he at?
Be in there with a gun.
What's he look like? What's he look like? What's he wearing?
I'm gonna get him, guys. Just wait a minute.
Shots fired. Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Down! Down on the ground! Down on the ground! Shots fired! Shots fired! I got one down with the gun. Hey, down on the ground! Crawl out over here! Crawl out over here now! Hey, I need cover here. Don't dig in your pockets! Show me your... I'm right in the middle. Just come right down.
Come on.
Somebody bring a med kit for this guy.
The crowd begins to exit the warehouse in response to a disturbance. Morales is seen acting erratically and recklessly waving a firearm in the direction of the crowd. The crowd attempts to avoid the suspect by hiding behind vehicles or fleeing the area. Morales is seen approaching the open doors of the warehouse and aiming his gun into the crowd, and an unknown subject inside of the building fires a weapon in his direction. The sergeant arrives and also fires at Morales, striking him multiple times.
All right, that was a crazy situation. So if you notice there was another person. The gunman who was actually brandishing the gun was not the person who opened fire. Apparently, it was somebody in that warehouse firing at that suspect, and that person, as far as I know, has not been identified. But great job on that officer, and let's talk about a couple of the things that he did really well here. So in the very beginning here, our officer's just sitting in his car and he notices all these people clearing out of this area. And that's your first indication that there's something going on. For all my Leos out there, you know this very well. Bunch of people running out of somewhere all of a sudden is pretty good indication that there's something going on. And you'll notice that it wasn't, the officer starts moving into the area and people are telling him, oh, there's somebody over there with a gun, but nothing specific. So he's kind of, in a way, inching his way over there. And it's not until the unknown person in the warehouse opens fire on the suspect who is brandishing the gun does the sergeant really radar in on where this guy is. And right here he comes through, and as you see, he shoots on the move and basically strafes this guy. Let's look at a different angle of that. Okay, this is as our suspect is walking up, and you can see the shooter from the warehouse has opened fire on him. I don't know if he's getting hits here. I don't see the suspect reacting in any way, so I don't know exactly. One other person was shot out here, but I don't know if that was from him. Now the officer's moving in, and you can see right there, boom, boom, he hits him, and he's shooting on the move, which this is a higher type skill. This is not for your beginning shooters or anything like that. This is a very hard thing to do, but he does a very good job of it, of shooting on the move. And you can see here he's very slowly kind of slicing the pie, taking it by sections as he comes back to get a good view of the suspect. Because you don't know, is the guy sitting there waiting to shoot me the second I come around the corner? One suggestion I would have for this officer is, instead of just walking around the corner the way he did, would be that he could have gone in and changed levels, which means he could have actually crouched down a little lower as he came around the corner of this white vehicle that you see, the lower left hand corner right now. He could have actually kind of kneeled down a little bit as he came through. That way, if the suspect was waiting for him, he would have been a little bit surprised. He would have been expecting him to be a little bit higher up. But regardless, this sergeant did a wonderful job of this, of shooting on the move. And while you're moving, I mean, it's virtually, impossible to hit you. Is especially in the situation that this sergeant caught this guy at. He was facing away from the sergeant, focused on the threat coming from the warehouse. So the sergeant did a wonderful job of taking advantage of that momentary confusion, identifying his target as the threat, and opening fire and eliminating the threat. Now you can see here he's dealing with all these people coming out. Now remember, there was somebody shooting from that warehouse, so there is still a threat out there. And like I said, as far as I know, that person has not been identified. So while this officer was out there, doing all these things, the guy, in the warehouse, there was somebody armed there and could have walked up to him and shot him. So just because you've taken one suspect down does not necessarily mean that's it. There was another gun in play there. I imagine the sergeant thought that all those rounds came from the one shooter that he ended up engaging, but that wasn't the case. So all my Leos out there are always bear in mind the gun you heard may not be the gun that you see. So, but all in all, this sergeant did an excellent job. I commend his gun handling skills and his ability to shoot on the move and take the suspect down. So, Zombie salutes you.